All right. Hello, Facebook Live. I am joining you from Springfield, Massachusetts, where we just finished a 3-hour, a massive tour of the MGM Springfield property. I wish that we could have done this Facebook Live as we were getting the tour, but unfortunately, the MGM officials did not allow us to do any live broadcasting from the property. So we're actually outside the property right now. My photographer Al is getting lunch at Antonio's, a famous grinder spot here in Springfield. So it was a really intensive tour, and I'm just going to kind of share some of my thoughts as we wait for a lot of folks to kind of gather in right now here on our Facebook Live. This was a very special, one-of-a-kind casino. This has been years in the making. I remember I was a reporter in Springfield, and I really saw the progression of the gaming from the legalization of casino gaming to the fight for where it was going to be in Western Mass. I remember that Mohegan Sun attached itself to Palmer, Massachusetts, and in a shocking vote, the referendum, the residents in Palmer turned it down. And so that really opened up Western Mass, and Springfield made a pitch, and we saw all sorts of gaming companies come out here to Springfield wanting to plant their flag here. We had Ameristar, we had Penn National Gaming, and then MGM, and that is what Springfield decided on. And they really integrated themselves here to downtown. This was a property that really fits in the neighborhood. It's not a huge towering hotel or casino that we are seeing a lot of these days as they start to pop up. This is, if you wanted to kind of talk about a boutique hotel or a boutique casino, that's kind of what MGM Springfield is, except in this case, there's a lot of nods to history. They're really incorporating a lot of Western Mass tradition, Springfield history into this property. And that's one thing that I think really stuck out to me and will stick out to you when you visit this, is that this is a property that is historic. You know, I mean, Springfield is a historic city. It's known for the city of firsts. And this is the first casino here in the state of Massachusetts. So I took some notes here as to, you know, what I saw historically wise throughout the property here. And it starts, like I was saying, at every turn. From the gaming floor, there's some of the Western Mass neighborhoods right there on the carpet. They had a theme of kind of like a bus ticket showing all of the routes here in Springfield. So you're seeing that on the casino floor. The restaurants, there's some pretty standout restaurants at MGM Springfield, the first being Chandler Steakhouse. They actually used the facade, or they brought in the facade from the old Chandler Hotel and incorporated that into the design. So I thought that was special as well. And then also on the restaurant side, Cal Mate is a Michael Mina restaurant, and that's where you're kind of getting your Las Vegas flair. Michael Mina is a celebrity chef. If you're in Las Vegas, you're probably familiar with some of his restaurants. He has Michael Mina at Bellagio, Bardot Brasserie at Aria, and then Strip Steak at Mandalay Bay. So you're getting that. He has coastal Italian cuisine coming to Springfield. And also another nod to history is the Tap Sports Bar, where, you know, any sports bar can throw up jerseys, throw up memorabilia, and they do that here in Tap, but they're also going that extra step. They brought in some of these banners, some of these posters from Springfield, I want to say sports teams back in the 70s when they won things. And so you're seeing those banners hanging up there. Oh, Al is back. Hello, Al. You're joining our Facebook Live right now. I want to ask you, Al, we're going to talk with you. What did you think of MGM Springfield? You were part of the 3-hour tour. What stood out to you?
It was phenomenal. Attention to detail, how they put touches from Springfield in and really made it part of this community, and all the neat stuff from Springfield.
Exactly, and you know, that's kind of what we were talking about as well. I was kind of going through all of the notes that I took as we were doing this tour of the nods to history that we saw at every corner. I was going through the gaming floor where they're showing, you know, the neighborhoods on the carpet, the restaurants. I want to talk about the hotel now. What stood out to you from the hotel?
Just the neat details. The carpeting had all the messages on it. The brass piping, the very unique light fixtures. Just
A lot of like Edison light bulbs, a real, toss back to the industrial area and that's when Springfield was booming, unfortunately. It was back in the 30s, 40s? It was a long time ago, But yeah, you're seeing that in the hotel as well. The rooms are small, I'm not gonna lie. The standard rooms, they're small. Weekdays, they're starting at around $200. On the weekends, I was looking, at least for the first few months, they're $500 a night. So that's what you're going to be seeing in the hotel. But then also, Al was just talking about the quotes that are on the carpeting. You're seeing quotes from Emily Dickinson. She's an Amherst poet. And so they're really pushing the history here in Western Mass. Hello to you, Barbara. Hello, thank you for watching our Facebook Live. Dr. Seuss also, he's a Springfield native, and in the big presidential suite, I don't even know the pricing on that, but there's a big chandelier with all of his hats or hats that he would have worn. Very old-timey, and so you're seeing that there in the hotel. The lobby, there's a lot of books in the lobby as well that have Springfield history, like legit yearbooks from Merriam-Webster, based in Springfield, the dictionary. You're seeing some of those as well. So this is a really eclectic, one-of-a-kind casino, and it's going to open 11 o'clock in the morning, Friday. It is going to be packed. So if you do want to come out and check it out, the best piece of advice would probably be to park at the Big E, because they'll be shuttling patrons in and out throughout the day, throughout the night for opening weekend that starts Friday, the 11 a.m. here in Springfield. Coming up at 6:15, that is when you're going to see our extensive tour. Unfortunately, like I was saying, we could not broadcast live as we were getting our tour. So you're going to see, what we saw tonight at 6:15. I'm going to do my best. I took a lot of photos, so I'll be putting up a slideshow from what we saw, and I'll try to caption it to the best of my ability. Are there any questions from anybody out here who's seen the ads on TV, wants to know a little bit more about the property? I will take any questions right now. I know that we only have, unfortunately, 5 people here on our live Facebook Live here, but I'll take any questions if anybody has any. We can start going back to the station, Alan, if you want. Or you want to eat?
I was going to eat.
You want to eat? No, you can eat. Oh, no, Barbara. The rooms are not booked for a year already. You can definitely get rooms if you want. I think even for next week. I mean, there's only 250 rooms. Again, more of a boutique-sized hotel. But I think that's why you're seeing the price points kind of higher than what you would expect in the Springfield area. So you can definitely get a stay in midweek for around $200. Weekends, it's going to be a little more pricey in the $500 range. But no, you can book a room for the coming weeks. Any other questions before we're done? Al's going to dig into his famous Antonio's grinder. What did you get, Al? Meatball. All right. So he's going to knock that out. I'm going to start writing my script, and we will see you guys at 6 o'clock. Thank you, everybody.